guys are talking over there are playing with jumper cables? Yeah, now the video knows.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go over these two problems.
Okay.
We are going to have a fraction problem and we are going to have a distributing problem. So if you want to make a comment, you can raise your hand and you make the comment, you answer the question. If it's right, we'll do it. If it's wrong, we'll fix it. Okay, so what do I need to do first on this problem?
All right. You gotta multiply 5 by x and 9.
Awesome. So that's called distribution. So what we are going to do is we are going to do 5 times x. Hold on a second, I wanted that to be red. And it's 5x, correct?
Yeah.
And 5 times 9 is what? 45. Now, that took care of our distributing. Jumper cable boy, are you paying attention?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to rewrite the rest of our equation.
Are you send this to my mom again?
Yeah, she's actually probably like watching you right now, listening to the video and saying, why did you have jumper cables in class?
Please don't have this to my mom.
So, next part. So we distributed. Do you know what to do next? This is a little tricky. Yeah.
Add 2x.
Okay. Before, and this is why if I have if you have my notes, I say circle the terms. And I'll explain why in a minute. Because in this case, you have some like terms. If you look at the left side of the equation, you have one variable, but you have 2 terms that are just numbers. Yes.
So you could minus 10 from each side.
Actually, what I would do first is what's called combining like terms. See how this is plus 45 plus 10?
Yeah.
What's 45 plus 10?
55.
55. And that's a step that a lot of students miss. And the reason that I would you can combine the like terms later in the problem, but I just want to limit how much stuff we're looking at. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So then if you have my worksheet, I'm going to circle these terms again. And I'm going to put a little V above the terms that have variables. So that's 5x. How would I get rid of 5x? How would I get rid of 5x?
Minus it.
I would minus 5x. How would I get rid of negative 2x? Add it. So I tend to prefer to add rather than subtract. So what I would say is I would next get rid of this 2x by adding 2x to both sides. What is 5x plus 2x?
7x.
7x. I can bring down the 55, right? Correct? I can bring down the 25. And that 2x and that negative 2x and positive 2x cancel out. Are you with me here?
Kind of.
Kind of. Is there something you want me to review?
Why are there so many numbers?
To drive you crazy. So the question was, why are there so many numbers? I'm going to be honest. You may never use this in the future. But what it's doing is it's building pathways in your brain so that later on when there's more things you want to be able to learn as an adult, you can. Okay? Think about it like gymnastics for the brain.
Oh boy.
But that's really what it is. That's really why it's important. Can we put the jumper cables down? Because remember, there's going to be parents watching this video who are going to be like, oh, students were playing with jumper cables in class. And that's okay. Okay. So there was a lot to do to recap. I had to distribute. Okay? And then I had to combine like terms. And then I had to move variables to the other side. That's all the 8th grade math. Now we're back to the 7th grade math. If you're struggling with this point, I'm not saying you guys are, but somebody at home might watch this. I'm going to circle my terms. That's a multiplication term, correct? That's an addition term. That's just the answer, okay? So what do we do next? Yes, what do we do?
Subtract
Right.
25.
We get rid of our addition with subtraction and subtract what?
25.
Not the 25, because that's the number by itself, the 55. And we do that on both sides.
Well, then you get a negative.
I know, that's not fun. So 55 minus 55 cancels out. Do you know what 25 minus 55 is?
30.
So,
What kind of 30 though? Negative 30. Now, I just made this problem up. We're not going to get a nice pretty number. It's okay.
Me.
Okay, so this here is what? 7x, is that adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? How do we get rid of multiplication?
What?
How do we get rid of or undo multiplication?
Subtract.
What's the division? Now, in this case, your answer is negative 30 over 7. The nice thing about no. The nice thing about 8th grade math and algebra, remember in 6th grade when we said like, oh, you have to simplify, or you have to like turn it into a mixed number or a decimal or whatever? Guess what? You don't have to do it anymore. Okay? So now I want to go on to this fraction one. So what's the first thing we need to do, even before we distribute? Okay? We need to clear the fraction. This looks like already where you're getting like your eyes are glazing over, like this is not fun, correct?
I don't know how to do
So we're gonna learn how to do it, and we're gonna like tell all the people at home how to do it because we're making a video. Okay, so here's what I want you to look at first. Where is my highlighter tool? There we go.
Right there.
Yeah, I know. No, I want the highlighter. There we go. When you have things in parentheses, you're going to ignore them for clearing the factors, okay? For clearing the fractions. If I have two numbers, 3/5 and negative 3, is that the same as negative 3 over 1? Okay. If we were doing something with fractions, and our fractions were 3/5 and negative 1, and I was asking you to, like, let's say, find a common denominator, what denominator would you use?
15.
Why would you use 15?
Because 5 and 3 goes.
Okay, so when you're looking for a common denominator, you're only looking at the denominators. So what would you use?
15. 5.
Fine. You could use 15, but you're making your life more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm going to put this 5 over to the side. Is 5 the same as 5 over 1?
No.
That's
Yeah.
the two.
It is. That's supposed to be a 1. Is 5 the same as 5 over 1? It is. Okay? So you are multiplying each term by 5. But to complicate matters, not the terms in the parentheses. Okay? So what is 5 times 3?
15.
So I'm multiplying 5 by the numerator and then dividing by the denominator. 5 times 3 is 15. But 15 divided by 5 is 3. It took me right back to 3. Okay? Leave the things in the parentheses alone. Now, over here, what is 5? I need you to look at me. I know you're getting tired. What is 5 times negative 3?
Negative 15.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
From here, it's a lot of work, but it's what we've done before. Do we know how to distribute?
Yeah.
3 times t is what?
3t.
What's 3 times 18? 8 times 3.
No, wait.
50 something.
48.
Eight
42.
8 times 3 is 24, right?
44.
54.
50.
Yeah, you
Really?
54.
No, it's 4. 48.
It's not.
18 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24, correct?
No,
So there's a
it's
4
eight.
here,
It's
carry the
Less
2.
than your eight.
3 times 1 is 3.
I
Okay,
thought that was a 2.
that's okay.
So.
Oh, hold on a second, and I can distribute this. What is negative 15 times 2?
Negative 15 minus 2.
Negative 15 times 2.
Negative 30.
18.
I got a first.
Negative 15
Negative
times
t.
negative t
Negative 15
is
t.
positive 15
Oh,
t.
yeah.
Okay, so hold on. So, guys, we had to clear the fraction. Okay, the trick to that is figuring out what you would use if you were dealing with a common denominator. Because we have parentheses, we are only multiplying by the outside terms. We did that, now we're distributing.
Okay.
We know how to distribute, right? We just did it. 3
Yeah.
times t is 3t. 3 times 18 was 54. Negative 15 times 2 is negative 30t. Sorry, negative 30 plus negative 15 times t is positive 15t. Are we confused? No? A
No.
little bit. Okay. Now, though, we're back to variables on both sides of the equation. So my variables are 3t and 15t. Which one do you want to subtract?
Oh, the 3.
I would subtract the 3t.
When do we have lunch?
Soon.
Okay.
In around 9 minutes.
What is 15t minus 3t?
12t.
12t. Stop stealing from me.
Hey, now we're at what? 7th grade math.
Yeah.
I have a 2-step equation. Now, here's the tricky part.
Me.
Where is my addition or subtraction?
On the 30.
Awesome. And how do we get rid of minus
Got
30?
it.
Oh my gosh. He's a G. He's a genius. What's 54 plus 30?
84.
What do I do next? Jumper cable boy. And the jumper cables are not out there, put back away, but I don't like to use names on the video. What do I do next?
84 equals 12t. You times 12.
That's time, so how do I undo multiplication? Divide.
Divide 12.
Good boy.
I'm not at all.
Now, I think,
Oh, I know the answer.
yeah, what is it?
It's 7.
84 divided by 12 is 7. If you didn't know that, and you put 84 over 12, with everything else that you've had to do, we will accept it.
T equals 7.
I'll do it for you.
Let's go.
And you say you don't know how to do this.
I know.
You just did it. Hold on, now we're stopping the video.